The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Lindsay, first down and more than that. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. And he's got Jordan complete right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to find Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air. Yeah,
they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Again, it's Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What's nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 1st and 10, Watson. A little check down to Lindsay. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, we dominate today.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Watson looks to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing, Hundley. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Now Hundley, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. He'll drop to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw, folks, one to remember. That moves him past Peyton Manning's mark of 5,477 yards thrown for in 2012. So this is the all-time record now for yards passing in a single season.
Cue the confetti, right? And knowing him, you know he'll pass the credit along to his receivers, his offensive line, his coaching staff. But let's face it, we have to acknowledge what a season he's had, and that can't be denied.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. second and long. Hundley. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter play. Back now in Houston. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Open man is Reed. He's got it. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Faking the give. Now Watson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jordan. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail bit, looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really...
Now Watson throws another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 13 yards remaining on second down. They'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a 1st down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the toss, this is Murray running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A handoff. It's Murray. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13 and 2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5 and 10. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.